Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really profound question. How exactly do different belief systems approach taking care of our environment? We're going to look at the concept of stewardship through three completely distinct lenses: Catholicism, Judaism, and humanism. So let's dive right into this fascinating breakdown and see how these different worldviews frame our relationship with the natural world. Seriously, who does the Earth actually belong to? It's a massive question, and honestly, how you answer it completely rewires how you interact with the planet. Are we the owners who can just do whatever we want? Or are we, basically renters just passing through? This question right here is the absolute foundation of the central theme we're exploring today: stewardship. So, what is stewardship? Fundamentally, it's the duty, whether you view that as a God-given command or just a strict human responsibility, to take care of creation. It's this understanding that the Earth doesn't actually belong to humans in the sense of ownership. Instead, it's our job to look after it. We are the caretakers, tasked with preserving this incredible puzzle for future generations. Okay, here's our roadmap for this explainer. We'll explore Catholicism's view of a divine gift, Judaism's focus on repairing the world, humanism's rational approach to our only home, and then finally, we'll contrast these core motivations side by side. Starting with number 1, Catholicism and the idea of the earth as a divine gift. This worldview goes way back to ancient texts. Right there in Genesis 1, God gives humans power over nature, but crucially, that power is coupled directly with the responsibility to look after it. And then in Genesis 2:15, there's a super clear divine command to take care of the environment. It isn't just a polite suggestion, it's a direct mandate to act as stewards. Now, this is where it gets really interesting and honestly a bit intense. Because humans have freedom and intelligence, failing to share the world's resources is actually viewed as a direct violation of the Ten Commandments. It's literally equated with stealing. I mean, that completely reframes environmental waste, doesn't it? If you're hoarding or destroying resources, you're stealing from others. This belief translates directly into everyday action. Because Catholics believe God made humans the stewards of creation, all life is seen as sacred and must be protected. The parable of the talents teaches Christians that they must pass on more to the next generation. Plus, loving your neighbor doesn't just mean the person living next door right now. It means caring for future generations and the world they're eventually going to inherit. To help put these ancient teachings into modern practice, Pope Francis released Laudato Si. Think of it as a real-world blueprint for daily actions. It guides Catholics to care for the planet in very tangible ways, like as a simple daily action, consciously reducing your local energy waste at home, while also advocating for global climate policies on the world stage. Moving on to our second perspective, Judaism, and the core concept of repairing the world. The crucial starting point here is a fundamental teaching called Baal Tashid. This translates simply but really powerfully as the directive to not be wasteful. It's an awesome practical call to action. For example, a great daily action inspired by this is fixing something that's broken instead of just tossing it in the trash, ensuring we treat God's creation with respect by limiting what we consume. And that teaching against wastefulness flows beautifully right into this next concept, tikkun olam. This is the teaching that humans are called to actively care for the world, literally making it a better place to be. It isn't just about doing zero harm. It's an active, roll-up-your-sleeves duty to repair, heal, and improve the state of the world around us. And these concepts aren't just theoretical. They are completely woven into the fabric of Jewish life. Festivals like Sukkot actively celebrate God's creation. They even take practical action against environmental damage. For instance, there's a specific festival dedicated to planting trees to directly combat deforestation. It's just a beautiful merging of faith, celebration, and environmental repair. Okay, let's pivot to our third lens, humanism, and the reality of our only home. Here, the motivation for stewardship shifts entirely. We're stepping away from divine commands. The humanist logic progresses incredibly clearly. First, we recognize the undeniable fact that we only have one world. Second, we acknowledge that humans possess the intelligence to understand our impact. Therefore, third, it is entirely our human responsibility to look after our home. There's no outside force making us do it. Our own survival demands it. The ultimate goal of the humanist perspective is simple: human flourishing. Why do we preserve the environment?
Because the preservation of the Earth is inextricably linked to the survival, health, and prosperity of humanity itself. If the planet goes down, we go down with it.
Much like the religious views we explored, humanists emphasize looking past the immediate comfort of our current generation. The goal isn't just to keep our home comfortable for us today. It's about ensuring, rationally and responsibly, that the next generations have somewhere safe and pleasant to live tomorrow. A great daily action here is strictly recycling your household waste to ease the burden on tomorrow's environment. So now that we've explored all three frameworks, let's bring it all together and contrast their core motivations. When we stack these up side by side, we can really see the strengths and weaknesses of each approach. Catholicism's strength is its deep reverence for a sacred gift, but it relies on faith in divinity as the primary motivator. Judaism offers the incredible strength of an active, lifelong duty to repair through tradition, but again is rooted in faith. Humanism is grounded in the universal strength of rational responsibility, though it navigates the weakness of having to motivate action without the compelling weight of a divine mandate. Three very distinct starting lines. Yet, despite these completely different starting points, look at what happens. All three worldviews arrive at the exact same shared conclusion. Whether you're motivated by God's commands in Genesis, the active duty of Tikkun Olam, or the rational reality that we only have one planet, the result is identical. We have a strict duty to preserve the Earth for future generations. Which brings us to the most important question of all. Based on everything we've uncovered, what kind of world will you pass on? Remember those three simple daily actions we touched on? Reducing your energy waste, fixing something instead of throwing it away, or being strict about recycling. The daily responsibility is yours. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I hope this sparks some powerful thinking about your own role in stewardship.